Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another match. Again, I'm joined by In4Fun, he's going to be adminning this one as well. How you doing for fun?
Hey, you're still doing great, and now we got not 5 seconds to introduce the match, but a whole lot of 10. But by the time I finish this one, the first thing we already arrived, and I think you can start this one again.
I would love to, and we're going to be starting off with some Tyson Williams Loud Explosive Weapon, Stephen Bradley Kitchen Knife Butler, and Ludmila Vetrova Explosion Accident Villa Staff. It's a very nice spin. I'd like to see some suit on the maps where you have an option to start suit or actually get your suit. An Explosion Accident, we could get some run and gun, and Butler is just there for the sake of some banana action. That's the only reason it's even on the map. We all know this.
This spin has a really cool dynamic. The fact that Tyson, although a suit kill, but it's a remote suit kill, so you technically could start Villa Staff, and the fact that there's a Villa Staff kill in the terms of Ludmila Vetrova. Just the defense is that start, but then you still have to go back to the Butler. So curious to see how this will be optimized, and zero starting Villa, as I would have expected.
Yeah, definitely a favorite start on Haven for a lot of players, especially with this Tyson remote. And you get the Butler, and you get the pistol for anything if you need it. Always comes in handy if you want it. But yeah, mainly the Butler would be a good shout for this, and the remote kill for Tyson, so I like to see it.
We could also see the Butler be isolated very quick and set up the explosion accident, and then it's a double remote kill. But I'm always an advocate for the run and gun.
Yeah, I do like the idea of a double remote, so you never have to. Yeah, that would actually be very nice that he could come back and not have to go up, bring the Villa staff all the way over, because of course Butler and Villa staff are a bit annoying to bring all the way to either side of the map. And Janawham's taking a while to get in. He's coming up to about 2 minutes now. He does have a very long load, which you don't like to see, but did spend a bit of time on planning as well.
Yeah, I did want to say that it's not just the long planning. It didn't really seem like a long planning. His first ever World Rival spin, and it's starting against the fourth place finisher of the previous PC tournament in zRune, which is a really tough opponent to start with, and a tough map as well, but at least now it's fixed for all the consoles and all the brackets and hardwares. And Janawham starting his career with the Shark Cut, and could see some quick Ludmila isolation from here.
Yeah, I would love to see that from Janawham. Very nice to see a quick Ludmilla. We've seen a few where you can like panic her and she goes into the house and you knock her out and stuff, but seems like Janawham is going to prioritize something else. Not quite sure yet.
So the way Janawham is going, there's still the propane flask there from this room, and the kitchen knife isn't too far away. He will be trespassing the other side of that window, and yeah, planning it out carefully.
Oh, and here we go. We're going to see banana on the Butler. I assume so. I can't imagine why not. If only
Sadly,
the cheeseburger. Oh, whoa! What was that?
What was that?
That was the best banana. that was amazing. Yeah, I'm putting that in the highlight submissions, but that's funny. That's hilarious. That was literally a Tom and Jerry cartoon fall.
Butler went for it in a spectacular fashion, and his knees reached the ground first. That was lovely.
Yeah, it seems like placing the banana as he's walking, like the moment it makes him slip, seemed to be the cause of that, because that was yeah, banana, best item, no cap. Definitely sparkles it. That should be immortalized as a true quote. But yeah, he does have the Butler, and he can head over now to Stephen. Could isolate both of these targets and have them set up, but meanwhile Janawham had a quick restart as well.
Yeah, looking at, I think, the target placements, target routes, Janawham made their way to the villa. But yeah, no isolations just yet. It's tough to say because the double remote, or the thought of it, just opens up the spins so much. It's really hard to set one's mind to one strategy. But yeah, zRune with it's very meta-like with a staff start and a risk seeker shot here. I would personally do it from the bushes a bit further away down.
Yeah, I'm surprised at Zion's approach here. He really does want to Oh my zRune, you got saved by the bell there. It was very close from zRune, that lady. Perfectly timed with that guy turning around at the table just beforehand. But he does have everything set up now. He does have a kitchen knife, I would assume. Didn't quite catch the grab, but I have no doubt he would have picked it up or will pick it up very soon.
A good question. The way he went onto the restaurant, I don't remember him picking it up just yet, but after this installation, he can get the Villa Guard, and from that point, he should be both allowed in the tiki bar and picking up the kitchen knife there.
What was that from?
Oh, he picked up the wrong item. He wanted to throw something to. Oh, this is not gonna be good. He wanted to use the item in. What's it? The iron.
Oh, that's super unfortunate. That's the speed taking over there. That was super unfortunate for Rune. What are the chances he'd pick up the loud weapon and just try to throw it? Yeah, that's super unfortunate, but not too long of a restart. He definitely has the knowledge now of what he wants to do. And if he didn't get the kitchen knife before, he's definitely going to get it this time.
Looked like a really nice run, but unfortunately, this one has ended. And Janawham is looking for the Tyson isolation, probably the toughest part, toughest target. Makes sense to start with him.
Yeah, I agree. And it's worth noting, Janawham is a rookie. And to be fair, it is tough to get this ISO, they call it, from this side of the map. You're getting him up by the jacuzzi, even. I'm going to say sauna, but I'm actually not sure which one it is. It is a tough place to get up, especially with those two maids at the top of the stairs. So, especially in suit as well. Would have been nice to see if he could try get a disguise off of one of these targets. He could just easily get up there, but getting up in suit is no easy feat, quite honestly.
Yeah, Janawham has made their way to this room and looking like a peekaboo. Unfortunately, that's going to be a second female isolation, so still no disguise, but I think a Villa staff isn't far away here from, so he's starting disguise and Villa staff will both be acquired, and yeah, now the vacuum cleaner lure. Also to watch out because in this hostile area, you need to look out for which way the Villa staff will be coming from.
Very nice from Janawham. Oh, don't get it. Oh, unlucky Janawham. Very close there, but very tough spot to get out of. I think one of the only places you can't get spotted there is if you're inside of that box.
Yeah, I think that could work for next time. It was just really troublesome, the fact that the Villa staff was kept looking towards 47, not down to the vacuum cleaner. Sadly, didn't work out there. I think you'll have to. I think we see the same infiltration there, but once Janawham gets the Villa staff, at least the Tyson ISO will be easier.
And yeah, zRune, please, he won't get it this time around, I don't think. It doesn't actually see the coin. That's troublesome. Will he see it? He does. Fortunately, no. Funny fall, but we got the clip. That's all that matters. Well, he did spot the butler that time, which doesn't always happen. It's usually if you do an early banana, like straight before they get behind the chair. But nonetheless, yeah, not much different for zRune's approach here now. It's probably going to get Steven again. Oh, and do they actually decide to go for the kitchen knife? Like I was saying?
zRune did turn it for something, and I'm not quite sure. I think it should be the propane flask. Because previous runs, zRune started with that.
Yeah, I think.
And I think, yeah.
I think they didn't set the remote clause, but say I thought they left the propane in front of the security room before they went in. I could have swear I can recall them placing it.
No, you were right. So now it's not the explosion accident that has been the problem, but the loud explosive weapon. But now it's much better there. Still looking for something.
Yeah, he did drop the propane somewhere. I swear he had a propane. Oh, there it is. Just waiting for him. Of course, very nice from zRune. Did get there in the end. There wasn't many places it could have been, and when it comes to propanes on Haven, they're somewhat sparse, to be fair.
Yeah, and the other one we talked about at the very beginning of the spin would be behind the tiki bar, and the butler's certainly not allowed back there, and not many disguises are. So might as well just get the one from Villa staff start.
Yeah, that would be a tough one to get, but the one zRune got is definitely a good option, and it's the one he opted for. And try to get Steven again. It did rip to accidentally shooting him in the body last time, but I have a bit of faith in zRune that he's not going to do that again. Hopefully we see a safer shot this time.
Yeah, especially because it's the end of the conversation. Oh,
zRune, it's killing me with that shot. Like,
yeah. And
so
also the
risky.
fact that he saved 5-ish seconds with that, because he could have just waited until Steven ends the conversation and is outside of the hut. Of course, the muscle memory is hard to beat.
Yeah, exactly. Bit of waiting now. Can't say I've ever noticed until like this spin how much the washing machines actually like bounce and vibrate. Such a nice detail.
Hmm.
Oh, and a quick rip and disconnect for Janawham at the same time. zRune does get the knockout this time without a pistol in hand.
And Janawham gets back online, but yeah, that was a I think it was meant to be a subdue, which turned into the equivalent of the GRB, but it's a fist fight, a full-on fist fight, which would have turned his guns red immediately. After the replan, he's starting kitchen, I believe so. It won't get him a propane, but it will give him access to the other propane flask behind the bar.
And yeah, like chat said, he definitely isn't aware of something like the swimsuit on this map, because getting in there in suit is just very rarely is it needed. It's usually for a live kill on Tyson that you'd need to get in there with suit. It's probably one of the only scenarios. It's definitely causing him a bit of trouble.
Yeah, speaking of that, sorry. It's a good time that you mentioned that, because with this replan, Janawham is now forced to take the swimsuit, so better be aware of that. I think they are.
Yeah, and I
I
was just about to say, zRune was just grabbing his villa staff, of course.
Janawham might have been also looking for the kitchen knife, because he looked at the cleaver, which of course is not for this spin. Starting kitchen, it would have been of course logical to have that item, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was some heat maps action there to get the little melee item for Steven. Of course, the propane flags shouldn't be far away as well.
And a good point from chat as well. It does seem like Janawham must be aware of the swimsuit because of the fact he started kitchen this time around. So if he didn't know about it, theoretically he'd be locked out of finishing the spin. But hopefully we do see a bit of a safer approach for the villa now, that he's aware he doesn't have to go in there in suit, can set that kill up remotely. And did zRune do a metic on the food or something?
I think with the lack of items, it might have been that. Just passing in here. Well, Ludmila is walking outside. That's a problem.
Oh, this door opening the other way, and the buffer.
Everything happening at the same time. Unfortunately, Risa for Janawham as well. The fact that he got spotted by the enforcer, the villa. No, it's a waiter, who is guarding the kitchen knife effectively.
Yeah, very tough item to grab. Similar to the propane behind. Ludmilla I thought was trying to psych out Agent 47 there. She just randomly turned around on the stairs and headed back up for a moment. But oh, we're going to get a running gun. zRune. Lovely. And those red guns will stay because there is Tyson and a Villa who did catch, I think, a golf club to the face. Maybe even a propane to the face. Probably the propane.
If you had to choose, you would rather take the golf club, maybe. Hard to
Yeah.
say.
One has pain in the name, so I'll take the golf club.
Wouldn't be an observer cast without this.
True. Yeah, and
zRune is returning to the place of the accident, but no enforcers around, just panicking guards. I'm not sure if you will be just passing here. No, and you can pick up the kitchen knife. Butler disguise next to Steven, so that will be kill number 2, and then back for the swimsuit as the last one, which will be an exit kill. I think zRune is now not too far away from the finish.
And yeah, I think his butler is buffered next to that Steven kill, which works out very nicely that you get a villa guard to head back to the villa. So it's very nice from zRune as well. Very nice as well that Steven just happens to have a disguise that allows you into the villa when you think about it. But it does change disguise. Was worried for a moment because didn't that would have been a nasty restart. And again, the red guns aren't going to disappear till the very end. But he literally just has to head home, change his clothes, and get on the boat when he's done. And I don't imagine anything should go wrong. There is no wall hacks on, even to my knowledge. I know there's some generic ones that are built into the game, but should be looking pretty good.
Yeah, nothing is wrong with Haven whatsoever, except, and then we just talk for the next 7 minutes, but it's just going to be one pistol shot from the water down below. If you can find the hatch, and just the free disguise to take, and it is a main exit, rare main exit when all else fails, but it's not really a failing situation. Just one last explosion, and zRune will take the first 2 points of this match.
I was very worried for a moment there when you turn on instinct, that detonate button disappears, and I always think that somebody actually presses it, but you should see it now. That's the kill. Did hit finished, and that's usually a good verification that zRune didn't get red guns, or we see it on the stream delay. But yeah, GG's to zRune. Did take a while for both players to get going, but similar to all of our maps and matches, one player does seem to get the motion and slowly get there. And zRune's going to take his own map of Haven, and we're going to be moving on to Janawham's pick of Wilton Creek.
Yep, all looking good on that front. So I think that 26 past the hour makes sense here. And yeah, it's a really rough start for Janawham, but I mean that the circumstances play against the great player zRune in Haven Island, which is one of the hardest to learn, but hoping that Janawham's first ever map pick will go more to his way.
Yeah, let's hope so. Haven is, I'm not going to say it. Haven is a map that is difficult to traverse, especially the villa if you're unfamiliar with it. It's a very big map, realistically, and it's a lot of tough cycles. It is kind of seeker central, and if you don't get those isolations at the right times, they can wander so far. You can get Steven going to a private island. Ludmilla can be anywhere when she goes past the restaurant, really. And Steven is just pretty much held up in a tower that you gotta infiltrate. zRune managed to pull it off, and at least we're going to a nice suburban town now in Whittleton Creek.
Yeah, just 3 minutes for that. Tough 3-target map to a very varied 2-target map.
Yeah.
It's lots of isolations, but you can find those. Well, of course, you want to be as fast as possible, and it's maybe a bit tougher, but there are always some good isolations to fall back on, like the gramophone for Janus and the want to say quickly, the garage for Nolan.
Yeah, there's a lot of approaches for this map, which I love to see. Especially Nolan, yeah, you can peekaboo him into the garden of the, oh, you know the name of this. The one that has the attic. It's like a 12-letter word. The guy who it's trespassing, and you go into the attic and it has the TV and stuff. The Letovinsky or something.
Yeah, Lewinsky Garden.
Lewinsky. Yeah, exactly. You can even get some seekers over to the police deputy shed. You can catch them in the garage. You can do sedative in the house. You can get him in the house just by tranking a lot of people. So there's a lot of stuff you can approach. Now that's what I love about Nolan, is he seems simple, but there's like 6-7 realistic ways you could actually grab him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And worth noting as well, that record from Joker, which we got in the previous Roulette Rivals event, 4 minutes 5 seconds. Can't recall the spin. I might as well get it up since we are a minute and a half away from getting it. I would assume it was an electrocution on Nolan. Let's see what we had. So we had Joker with a 4/5. He had Nolan cast the Electrocution as Janus's bodyguard, and Janus Screwdriver as the politician. Wow, I did not expect a politician in a record spin, but I suppose if you
Yeah,
grab
no,
it first
no.
try, then well played.
I
Yeah,
guess it's not a long grab, but it is a hard grab. But when person does it first try, it can be as quick as you want.
yeah, true. And 4 minutes is a bit more forgiving than you actually think, especially with Electrocution. I'm more so surprised that he was able to. I'm assuming he's mailbox. Could have done Seeker and quickly trying to taser in the bathroom, but if he didn't, I'm very surprised he got all the way over to Janus's bodyguard in time. Probably went through the front door, maybe. Have to give it a
Now
watch.
now that's just a flex if you do the Nolan Electrocution without the micro taser, or the mailbox taser rather.
True. Yeah, we are nearly there. 20 seconds, and we'll be going at the Janawham's map, which hopefully we get a nice change of pace. Hopefully a tough spin as well. That's completely up to In4Fun though. Really up to the RNG gods, of course, but if it's a bad spin, we will blame you.
See, I'm between two minds because you want it to be interesting enough, but you want it to be maybe forgiving enough for a rookie, but I have no choice in it. It is a Janus Silence the AR as the real estate broker. No one gets it loud pistol as politician's assistant. Definitely on the interesting end of the matters.
Yeah, very interesting. Loud Nolan you don't see very often, and real estate broker we usually see for Nolan, whether it's used for getting him to the house or for some kind of interesting falling object. But yeah, he's actually being used for Janus this time around. Nice to see, and 2 weapon kills. At least the Janus kill is quiet. But getting that broker and getting to Janus can be annoying. So yeah, what a good spin, exactly, Shiro. I'm interested to see the approaches for this. Nolan's the one I'm really curious about. If they're going to try make it soundproof, they're going to have a nice angle they can shoot from. Maybe the garage, catch him when he's getting back home, or get him in James Batty's garden. Who knows? But regardless, zRune is in, and Janawham not far behind.
zRune with a newer tech, using one Chang shot to take the undercover cop, the pistol of the undercover cop rips to the process of the bullet distractions, but for one Chang dart, he gets a silenced pistol.
Yeah, very interesting. I suppose you technically get 1 trank for free with this strategy on a pistol, so.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you are getting the pistol, but you do waste both your tranks getting both of these, so you just have a pistol at the end of it. But
Yeah,
still,
it's not even allowed pistol for this spin, but he can get one for a deputy.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just laughing at chat. Jana hadn't even loaded in zRune and already did like 20 things. Yeah, very nice grab from zRune there. One of the tougher grabs, politician and politician's assistant. Real estate broker does have its difficulties as well, to be honest. A lot of people here you got to deal with, and the zRune actually, wow, that's super nice zRune.
Yeah, the one time you don't need an item to get the lure, but the real estate broker walking out of the bushes, I think it's concealed, so the other disguise will also be concealed for later on in the spin. That's what really matters, not the fact that the broker is found.
Yeah, and that was a really nice grab, quite honestly, and on his way to Janus. This should be the more generous kill of the two. Want a big whoosh for zRune. He does use the doors to their perfect purpose. Looks like Janus is heading downstairs as well, so we're probably going to see a downstairs KO and kill. Meanwhile, Janawham having a bit of trouble with getting this politician's assistant. Can't quite find an angle.
Yeah, Janawham used one Seeker, the second one did he though, so that will be nice for these guys, for Janawham. Of course, when watching back the stream, he can see that there are quicker approaches, but this seems the safer approach if he went to a safer place, but it's a really public Seeker spot, and I think that might rattle Janawham a bit, because that's your idea to get a disguise and doesn't work, then what else can you do?
Nice kill there from zRune as well. Will drag Janus, which I'm very happy to see because he can get spotted in that chair by the upstairs Roman guards with a nice head turn. that is the first kill down, and he is going to move on to Nolan, which is going to be. I'm still very intrigued to see what we get here. Nolan with the loud pistol.
It might just be the. I think there are two options here that I don't see a sequence in zRune's inventory. I think it might just be carriage. You can make the birth bath soundproof, or it is by nature. I can't remember exactly. But zRune will have some nice timings actually to prepare for the Nolan ISO for sure.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Very generous timing. And again, Janawham having a bit of trouble with grabbing at the skies. zRune does have a bit of waiting, so Janawham does have time to somewhat catch up, but hopefully zRune doesn't accidentally trigger any convos. He does have to grab his assistant, which we saw him leave in the grass here earlier. Should be concealed.
A nice center of the bushes. It doesn't uncrouch during the animation, and he should be very safe for the second disguise. Now, the loud pistol is an interesting question. I don't think he has acquired one yet.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm really worried here. Okay, looks like going to the garden, maybe just to get the clues. I was worried he was going to wait here and accidentally trigger that phone call. He should be okay. Looks like he actually might go for the Seeker opportunity. Does he have one?
I think I just seen the Seeker. I'm honestly not sure at this point.
Yeah.
But what really matters is that he has the Heckle from before, and I'm trying to think of which or who that could be. I think, Gunther might have, Gunther Mueller.
Ah, of course.
Doesn't have the SMG, he has the loud pistol now. zRune has beat us with the Vitruton knowledge, but yeah, just a really solid first try so far.
Oh, and you can tell, I can literally see zRune's thoughts there. He's like, do I get the clue quickly? He's like looking back and forth, but good thing he decided because Nolan is heading into the garage. We have another restart from Janawham, but might have been too little too late anyway with another restart because zRune should have this ISO. He's luckily going to have a dump spot inside this garage, so he can close the garage door, get both kills. Oh, it does get a target lockdown, but that doesn't matter. Nobody should hear that, and zRune just gives a quick look to be safe.
Oh, just some fears for Janawham. It's his first map pick, and obviously he's prepared, but the fact that he got just a tough spin like this, and the politician assistant is one that's not the most intuitive to get because it's not Seeker. You've used it for hard disguises.
zRune?
zRune is coming back for something. Oh, there's the shovel. Oh my god.
Never do that, zRune. Just wait at it. Oh my lord. I guess the shovel does make sense, but that scared me bad. I thought he just didn't want to go around the house. He was like, I want to walk through the house because it's a more direct line to the cigar box.
Something, imagine that. Imagine ripping to that, but zRune's first run is alive, and just over 7 minutes into the run, we will have the second finish of the match. Yeah, nothing that could go wrong. The searching is gone now. zRune takes the second map.
Yeah, very nice for zRune there. Yeah, we're moving to Miami, which it's an alright map, isn't it? It's okay. Bit overrated, honestly.
You're fine with it. It's one of your top 20 maps, top 20 main missions.
True. It really is. It's one of those maps. Yeah, 4 minutes away, and do a tiny bit of performance, and it's just 2 losses from zRune. It is a very difficult map because basically we always say Robert Knox laptop. That's one of the main approaches for him, as he gets some falling object. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of spin we get. I would like to get something again, as I always say, that makes them have options from falling object Sierra, or maybe they could set up Robert Knox before they head over to Sierra, or vice versa. Who knows? Yeah. Regardless, like I can see you're saying in chat, if there is a lot of loading for Janawham, there is still a photo finish window and it will be deducted. So even if he's a bit behind, he still has a chance to take the map, even if he finishes second, which is always
Yeah,
nice to see.
Miami. It's interesting with Miami because we think of it as a very straightforward map thanks to the Sierra Sugar and the Robert laptop, but it has so many ways to diverge, starting from the amount of disguises, which is 30, including the suit, and all the accidents that can trip up mostly Sierra, but Robert has its own differences with falling object, for example. So yeah, curious to see. Curious to see what I've spun. Just
Yeah, hopefully we get some. Florida Man would be nice to see. I haven't seen Florida Man Miami in a while. It is a interesting one though, for sure. Especially if it's Robert Florida Man. I do like to see when they approach it going up to the laptop from the other side of the building.
if Robert is further man, then it better be consume poison because then we can have some nice role play rivals.
Yeah, that'd be very nice to see. But yeah, we're a minute and a half away, and it's worth noting as well. Great record from Yanini back in RR3. That's actually crazy to me.
The longest standing map record.
Yeah,
It's been now hard to say, at least 2 years. I wanted to say the exact time. Oh, and I need to do some admin stuff here. Sadly, I need to delay the timer and inform you when I know more. But
no worries
start
at
with an
all.
extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, we should be good. There's a tiny delay. Should be fine regardless. I might as well set up a prediction. I know I haven't been setting them up much today, but might as well give people a chance to some points away. Who wins Miami? We can set that for a good bit of time. And we have zRune and Janawham. And that is this prediction up. Let me check as well. Okay, never mind. We are good. Just checking something. Yeah, we'll have to delay for a few minutes. Like if I was saying, we're just dealing with something with one of the players, but hopefully we can sort something. But yeah, I'm going to check quickly as well Yanini's record. Like if I was saying, it was a long-lasting record. Actually, of course, it was Sierra Knox sniper rifle. And it was in Ted Mendez' disguise, and a Robinox explosive weapon as the waiter. That's actually interesting. The waiter is actually the interesting part of that to me. Pretty far enough disguise. Is a quiet explosive weapon though, so could do that pretty quietly. And it was actually in the semi-finals against Throat as well. So I'm just keeping an eye on this update from everybody. Seems like we may have to delay this Miami to another time. I'm not too sure yet. How you doing, RK9? But yeah, I'll wait to get a confirmation. But yeah, zRune did go offline. He probably got a message from Janawham. Let me check. Yeah, I'll wait for confirmation. I don't know if you're still there for fun, but I don't know if we're going to officially confirm if the match is getting delayed to another date. Seems like it will, though.
Yeah, it's of course it's hard to decide how much to share, but yeah, Janawham can't continue the match at this time, and just looking at precedent from previous tournaments, what makes most sense is to just clear this spin and pause the match and continue it when both parties are available. It's not something that is, of course, often used because we like to keep the flow of the matches, but this is one of those reasons where you would have to understand, of course, IRL always comes first. And yeah, I think I'm looking at my options to pause this match now, as both of them are offline and what has been done in DMs. So yeah, that's what I can say for now.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is fine. Janawham just unexpectedly did have to delay the match, but we will continue the Miami spin, like In4Fun said. We'll just do a new spin very soon. It'll probably be scheduled, or we will ping people about it. We will see how it goes. But yeah, until then, I guess we'll look at the points regardless. We could just imagine zRune will have at least guaranteed 4 points. We can check what that looks like if it were to be added. Let's see if it will load. Okay, and it is Group C to my knowledge. So we would have, I don't know, that's not, no, that hasn't been added yet. zRune has played a game already, 2 games already actually. This would have been his third, and he would be going up to 11 points with 3 played, so he'd be looking pretty good. And Janawham still has a chance to take Miami when they do play it. So we will have to wait to see how that goes. Because that could be a big difference in terms of points if Janawham can take that map from zRune. We will have to see how it looks at the time. And in terms of upcoming maps, or matches even, we have myself and Joker. Not too long from now, I think it's in about 50 minutes. We will be casting Danny Busha and Chromex, and they're going to be continuing the Miami train. And we're going to be moving on to Mendoza and a secret third map at 5:30 CEST. Yeah, we will have to leave it at that. Sorry to cut it short for people, but of course, life does come before roulette rivals. It's totally understandable, and that's why it's an option. Yeah, I want to thank you, In4Fun, again for co-casting and adminning, as always.
Yeah, no worries. It was a nice 1 and 2/3 of matches we've done this morning, early afternoon rather. But yeah, fingers crossed for Janawham, but nice match so far. And yeah, to the second half of this YouTube video, I hope it will happen one day when these players can reschedule.
Yeah, I sure hope so. It doesn't look like anybody that I follow, or at least know, is online, so I'll probably just end it at that. Yeah, Alonso, the match did end early, but we will be back with Danny and Chrome, and keep an eye on the third map being scheduled soon for both players. Alright, so we'll leave it at that. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you very soon.